Hello everyone, welcome to Kalam Academy of English. Today we are going to continue our series of part of speech. We talked already about noun, articles, pronoun, and adjectives. Today we're going to talk about verbs. In English, we get a lot of verbs, so many. I don't even know how many okay? So, what I mean verbs, okay? Verbs means it's an action or state of being, okay? And based on the definition, we can divide them into two categories, okay? First, action verbs, sometimes we call them dynamic verbs, okay? These action verbs that need action, involvement, you have to do some movement. That's why we call them action verb or dynamic verbs. Okay, there are so many. Okay, here are some of them. We have, for example, work, do, run, eat, drink, read, write, play, swim, sleep, watch, talk, walk, go, listen, and etc. There are so many. All these, we call them action verbs or dynamic verbs. This is first category. When you go to the second category, we have here stative verbs. What does stative verbs means? It's usually referred to state or emotion, feelings. That's what we call them stative verbs. Okay? We don't normally use them in ing form, like continuous forms or progressive forms, sometimes we say. But instead, we use them with simple tenses, simple past, simple present. So we then use them in ing form. Remember that, okay? But English has many exceptions. There are some exceptions, of course. So stative verbs, I can divide them into 5 categories or sections. Here, emotions means, for example, love, hate, like or dislike, wish, need, okay, and want, prefer, okay, desire, hope, and value. All these verbs are emotional verbs or feeling verbs. Let's go to the second section, sense. All the verbs are related to the sense, our common sense, okay? That also consider stative verbs. For example, touch, feel, okay? Touch, feel, look, see, hear, sound, smell, taste. All these are related to sense. So we call them sense. These are also stative verbs. Anything come across these verbs, we call it stative verbs. When you go to the next section, which have possession verbs, okay? So we have own, consist, okay? Contain, involve, include. They got so many other verbs that I did not include them, but there are so many. It's not here on that list, okay? So these are also, we call them stative verbs. When we get to this next, number 4, mental conditions, okay? Something that you believe on it, okay? About opinion or something. So we have believe, and we have agree or disagree, know, remember, forget, imagine, suppose, doubt. All these verbs, of course there are more than that, okay? So it's not the whole list. We call them, these are also considered stative verbs. The last one, there are other verbs also considered stative verbs. For example, seem, cost, fit, depend, measure, okay, matter. All these are also considered as stative verbs. So if you go back again, here we said verbs are action or state of being. And we divide them into two categories: action, dynamic verbs, or state of verbs, which refer to emotion or feelings. And we change them, we divide them into 5 subsections or categories. And then we say with state of verbs, normally, usually we don't use them in ing form, but there are exceptions. Okay? For example, have, we could use it with the, I'm having good time, I'm having bad time, I'm having bath, I'm having a shower, I'm having meal, breakfast, or lunch. So we can, there are exceptional for all these. Okay, but we are not talking about exception because English has a lot of exceptions. But in general, these are the things that we use it with state of verbs. And these are dynamic or action verbs. Okay, so this is part 1, basically. And there will be a part 2 and part 3. Part 2, we're going to talk about regular and irregular verbs. Okay, and these are, okay, the 5 sections, the state of verbs: emotion, okay, sense, possessions, mental conditions, and other verbs. Okay, so these are these ones. All of them are, all these consider state of verbs. Okay, so that's all for today, and I hope you liked the video today. And if you like it, please give me a thumb up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can get the next video. And also, if you have any comment, anything, feedback, please let me know. So, all the best, take care, see you next time.